Hello, I'm Sanjay, and in our today's video segment I'm going to show you how to install our newest product, Brilliant LED pump top price sign. So once you open up the packaging and a box, remove all the outside packaging of the sign and find a power cord and a sign, and let's get started with the installation. So Brilliant LED pump topper comes with two component base system, a permanent base system and a sign base system. A sign base system basically mates into a permanent base system to make the final installation. So I'm going to show you where the sign base is and where the permanent base is, and here we go. So the bottom part here, which gets attached to the surface of the dispenser, is called the permanent base, and the top part here, which gets installed inside on the inner walls of the permanent base, is called the sign base. Sign base is attached to the base of the sign. The job of this is to basically slide into it and get the final installation done. So now we're going to get started with how to remove the sign base from permanent base and how to install the permanent base first. So if your sign came with the magnetic advertising panel, peel that off first from the base, which will reveal one and one. Two screws, and same on the opposite side, is all you need to remove the permanent base from the sign for the installation. So we get started on removing screw number one, and then we go on to this side and just unscrew the screw number two, and then you have the two more on the other side. Once you remove that, just remove the base. Okay, once the base is removed from the sign, a permanent base is practically ready for installation. So bring it over to the site of installation. Make sure that the surface of the installation area is absolutely clean. Wipe it down with alcohol and clean it to make sure that it's absolutely free of any debris, dust. At the time of installation, the temperature should be 40 degrees or higher for the optimal installation. And the only thing you have to do is to peel off the release liner that has a very high bond adhesive tape. Release it all the way through, and when you're ready at the site of installation, just go ahead and line up and make sure that your base is in a straight alignment, not crooked, and just put it right on it. Put enough pressure all the way around to make sure that the base has a complete adhesion to the dispenser surface. And if it takes you a few seconds or a minute to make sure the adhesion is good, and you double check by shaking it to make sure it's not coming off, because the sign is going to be sitting on it for quite some time. So make sure the base is permanently installed with the adhesive tape at the bottom. At this point, we should be ready with this cable, dispenser being turned off, and a power cable that has to be connected to the power source on a dispenser. You should have already installed this into the dispenser and ready to energize the sign. Okay, your AC power source should be connected to the power supply inside the sign, which will basically energize the sign and give the power. So take your AC connector that is already connected to the dispenser for 110 outlet, and make sure the dispenser is off. Connect two connectors, which will make a full connection from the dispenser power source to the power supply of the sign. So at this point, we're finally ready to install the sign into the permanent base. So here we go. We get started by lifting the sign and making sure that the base of the sign is inside the permanent base, and once you drop it down, you're completely installed and you're ready to go, and you can even put it in place. And now what you require is the screws that you initially removed. Go back and install the screws back into the hole, and if you have to align a little bit, go ahead and do that. Once you have installed the sign into the permanent base, using the second screw here, and do the same thing on the opposite side for 2 more screws, and your sign is permanently installed and it's not going anywhere. Alright, so we're energized, and I'm going to show you how the sign is operated with simple remote, or it also can be operated using a POS interface device for Gilbarco Passport. We sell them both ways, and here's a simple remote instruction on how to use this sign and how to edit prices. So we get started by showing you there's a switch here, and once I turn the switch on, and you can see on the sign, the number is going to start blinking. That means it's ready to change the price, and it's already communicating with this remote control. So here we go. These buttons over here indicating that we're moving on a sign left or right, and the first blinker will always be the first digit on the top left, and you can move towards the right. These 2 buttons will be bringing price up and down, and this is for the brightness. Generally you don't require that. It is set in the sign for auto brightness. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to show you as you move to the right, the digit's going to start blinking, and you can change whatever digit that blinks going up and down. And once you're there, you can change your price to going up or going down, or however you like. And basically this is it. I will also demonstrate a brightness by increasing, hitting the arrow going higher, higher, and higher. So we'll go back to the normal brightness, and one more, we'll turn the sign off for a second. And this is how the sign is operating. Thank you for watching our video, and thanks for all your support and business. Thank you.